Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sufiyan Abbasi, and the topic of our research program is impact of family support system on the life of female professionals in Pakistan. In this video, I'm going to take an interview of a working professional woman. For this purpose, we have Miss Aisha. Assalamu alaikum, Miss Aisha.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine, good. Thank you for asking. First thing first, can you please introduce yourself?
First, I would like to thank you for inviting me here and giving me an opportunity not to speak for myself, but also for a lot of working women.
Yes.
My name is Dr. Ayesha Anwar, and I am a PhD in economics and working as an assistant professor in Foreman Christian College from past 11 years. And I am also working as a hostel guardian. Which is a key position that comes into my social service. So, kind of, I'm merging in two positions.
Okay.
So that's for now. If you ask me just briefly, so that's what I'm doing.
All right, that's a quite long time you have been working.
Yes, and before that, I was working in UC University, so I have an experience of working in both public sector
Right.
and private sector setting.
That's great. Then I think we have chosen the greatest interviewer ever.
Sure, sure.
So, how will you define family support system?
Family support system with respect to working women, I think it's your assistance, any type of assistance that can be financial assistance, emotional assistance, empathy,
Yes.
resources that you are putting up for a female to bring her to a position where she'd be able to follow her dreams, where she can follow her passion, and where she can do something professionally. So that's, I think, is a family support when you know that the people are there from your family at your back for whatever you are doing.
Okay, so can you describe your personal experience in regarding managing your work
My
responsibilities?
personal experience is really, really good. Even when I have been called for this interview, so I was a little confused that whether I would be able to pitch in the right narrative. But my experience was very good. My father, my family, my siblings, everybody was very, very encouraging towards professional life. And I still remember my father asking me that where you see yourself like after 5 years,
Oh, yeah.
what profession you want to choose,
Yeah.
okay, you want to pursue your education. And actually I'm the youngest in my family.
Right.
And when I see my father is currently 80 plus, so I also most of the time I say that I have a generation gap with him, but still the ideas that he presented, the ideology he has is very unique and different, and mostly the people, if you see in that age, you don't find that much. Like if I go back like 10-15 years back, it was not that much into that you want to bring your female child into a professional career or encourage
Yes.
them to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that means you have not ever faced any challenges in your life.
No, not in terms of family support, but yes, there are some professional
professional
challenges,
challenges, yes,
hurdles that are there. But in terms of family support, yes, family support was always
So,
there.
how has your family influenced your decision-making skills in your pursuing your careers?
Um, Actually, I think more than the family, there was a societal, social pressure was there, because there are certain professions that we consider are very good for the females, and there had been some mind makeup that okay, you can go there and there. So though there was no family pressure from my family side that whether I want to join some industry or whether I want to join teaching, they were like open to that. Like I still remember when I was a kid, so my siblings were like elder than me. They were trying to influence that what subjects I should take, because there are like either you want to go for science or arts. So at that time it was considered very vague that you are going to study arts, so and you're not studying science. So my father was a supporting system there. He actually said my siblings that when as I have never stopped you from choosing your subjects or your career, so you cannot influence her decision. So he was always there to support me.
All right. So, what strategies do you use to maintain a healthy work life?
Um, I think it's very important that you need to set your goals as well as your priorities.
Right.
Whatever you are going to do, you need to know that where you are heading. A very important thing that nobody tells us, and it takes us a lot of time to reach there, is learn to say no. That okay, if that is consuming you physically, mentally, so just take a break and sit back. So and take right decisions on right time. When you feel like that it's your time and you need to take decision, don't think like that, okay, let me linger it on for some other time, but just take it.
All right, that's great. So, how do you think the family support system differs from females in Pakistan and rather than other countries?
How it differs is there are accurate policies there. There are they know that everybody is going to work. Still, this narrative has not been established here. Yes, in metropolitan cities in Pakistan, yet it has established. If you ask me about Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, yes, there is a setup that yes, female should work, or both the family members, or if they're husband, wife, or your kids, or if you're son or daughter, you should give them equal opportunities to study and to work. But if you see in other countries, in developed countries, if I say, this narrative is different. There are equal opportunities for both. There are policies for a job that are gender neutral. So there is no gender neutrality here. We still think that women in Pakistan who are working, okay, if she get married, she will ask for leave.
Yeah.
If she is going to have a child, she will ask for leave. Okay, if she has one child, she is going to for another one. Okay, if she has children, she's going to bring them to work. So I think these are the I know that these challenges are universal. These are not only here in Pakistan. They're there as well. But they now have developed better understanding to this, and they know that if you want to have good professionals, so you need to work along with them. So we are still lacking far behind from this.
Oh yes, okay. So have you ever, in regards of your family obligation, let's just assume that you have any family obligation, so did you ever faced any challenges, or did you make any sacrifices in your career life?
No.
Not right?
No, I didn't.
So that's great then. In your opinion, what are the biggest challenges a Pakistani woman is facing right now, regards of family support system?
Okay, family support system, I think the first and foremost thing, the discrimination comes in terms of education.
Indeed.
As I told you that I worked in a public sector setting, in a private sector setting as well. If you see, if let's suppose your son is not doing very good and not getting good marks, you will be all there to support his education, put him into a private sector institute. But I think this narrative is very much lacking for a female. So what option you give her is to just get married.
Yeah.
So that's why if you ask me, the ratio of female in public sector institute is higher, because obviously the fee structure is different. And if you see the female in private sector, yes, there are a lot of female, but when I see my class ratios, I see more male students there. So that's the baseline there that you establish. And if I see professional women, it's not only in terms of doing job. If I talk about businesses, we don't see much of female-owned businesses there. There is no support in terms of loans for doing business. And even if you talk about family, just putting a bet on a female mind business, that we see lesser of that. I think that these are.
So, do you think that it's traditional pressure or societal pressure? Like we are following the traditions, or the society has now become?
I think it's a tradition. It had become our norm. This is what we have seen. This is our mindset. This has nothing to do with overall, if you say society pressure. No, there is nothing, because I feel like that your society just look at you as a whole. When you are a successful person, so they will not see whether you are a male or a female. They will see, okay, your child is a successful one.
All right. So, like, Do you think there are misconceptions about the capabilities of women in balancing work and family responsibilities?
Okay, I think this is a slightly tricky question because I would like to differentiate between misconceptions and perceptions
All right.
and expectations. We know that women are deep down, everybody knows that women are capable of a lot of good things.
Yes.
They are multitaskers, they can do anything. So, that's why you expect from them that they are going to do well in their professional life as well as in their homes. So, if I talk about misconceptions, as I told earlier, that there are some certain professions that have been tagged with women. That okay, they are good for them.
Yeah.
So this is one misconception that yes, okay, if you are in teaching, good. If you're a doctor, good. But if you are into a field job, you're working in an industry or any marketing job, even some jobs that has been considered very much for the female, still some stigmas are attached with that. So these are some misconceptions about that. But as far as I talk about perception is that you are putting everything on the shoulder of a female if she wants to work, because on the day one you are going to tell her that you want to pursue your career, so it's your responsibility to keep up a balance without expecting anything from us. We will expect everything from you, but, but you should not expect anything from us.
So, all right. So, can you share any instance where your family's encouragement significantly impacted your professional journey?
Okay, when I was here, I moved. First, very important thing, like when I'm not from Lahore. I'm actually from Faisalabad. So I was like asking or allowing your single female child to move from one city to another city. So it completely changed my personality, my narrative as I moved on here. So my father didn't even hesitated once that he will let me move here. Then the second, when they have offered me the position of the guardian in the hostel where I have to live here away from my family. So they gave me complete liberty to choose that what I want to do, whether I want to take up this position or whether I should not, or I should stay at home with them, because later on my family moved to Lahore. So in every step, if I see, I won't say there is a concrete thing, but there was some like building blocks.
Right.
At every stage they were there, like putting one brick and another to make me climb those stairs. So it was a complete package. If you ask me, probably there are some smaller things that we don't notice. But if they are not there for me, I won't be able to make it here.
All right. So, do you agree that your family appreciates your every efforts you put in your work?
Yes.
So,
Completely. I share each and every smaller detail with them. I tell them that there was a visit or I met XYZ, and they feel so encouraged, and I tell them that what people say about me, what students say about me, what my colleagues say about me. So they feel happy, they feel encouraged.
so it's like having an unpaid therapist.
Yes. And I tell them everything. Even if I'm angry over somebody, I tell them that as well. So yeah.
So do they tell you about what you should do and what should
Yes,
not?
as being, but not be, that is, I say, not a professional advice. It's more like empathy and parent-like advice. Okay, leave that. Don't talk to them
Because they are not there working.
They're not there. So I actually tell them that it's okay when you're professionals. So it's not like that if you have been into one bad experience. So you stop meeting people. No, it's a journey, it's a learning. So I will learn, and I have learned my lesson. So it means next time for certain things I need to be careful about, but this does not mean that I should stop doing it what I'm doing.
So talking about the policymakers, what strategies do you want in Pakistan that a female should have these privileges and these policies?
The policies, I think, mainly emphasize on female education, trainings. because if we see that the way world is changing, so now a lot of people are hiring skilled manpower.
Yeah.
So definitely a particular degree is very important, but if a female is not in a position to go into some professional institutions, so I think we need to change an entire setup of our education system, where we should provide them some online courses. We should need to work on our education system where they can get certifications and they can get enrolled themselves. Then again, I have talked about gender neutral job opportunities. Yes, we don't speak these things out loud. We always say that there are equal opportunities, but still deep down in the mind there is some discrimination is there. So that's another thing that you need to work on. Then the policymakers or the government should compel all the organization, regardless of public or private, that there should be some child support. Daycare centers are there, so they can bring their child there. They can feel safe there. And lastly, yes, a lot of work has been happening on harassment, workplace harassment. So I think more implementation of those policies are required in the right direction. Mainly we talk about sexual harassment, but there are many other forms of harassment as well. So we need to address them too. So I think here, if you provide them safe working environment along with the right amount of education, you can take the most out of the women as per their abilities. Sometimes they are suppressed. So if you are going to give them the right environment, I think you are going to have great labor force participation.
All right. So listening to your answer, I think our women in Pakistan are not aware, not even women, but families as well. So according to families, the only solution for the woman is marriage.
Yeah.
If they are not working, if they are not good at something, they're married. So what changes do you want in families, or what message you want to give to the families?
I want to give this to the families that see their passion, see what their abilities are, because you don't like the way you know your child, nobody else knows that.
Yeah.
So just don't try to suppress it that okay, you have reached to the age. Let's suppose if I still remember one thing that if you ask me is that when I want to pursue my PhD, so my father was, like as I said, very much supportive to that, but the main concern with my mother was that I think you should get married, so you will pass the age, so it will become difficult for you to find a right match for yourself. So I think here are the things that we need to work on. The families, they should understand that she has a mind. She is an individual, or probably she has some certain capabilities that she can do very good on. Probably she's not very good in kitchen.
Yeah.
I know,
but the family's forces her to be
but
good
you know,
at it.
I have recently came across a lot of females who are with me who just hate kitchen. Yes, so
Making and stuff, cooking and stuff.
they don't like cooking and they don't like that stuff, but they are like great professionals. They're so good. When I talk to them, they are so good in their work. They are so good in what they are doing. So I don't think we can define them that how they are doing well in the kitchen. We should define them how they are doing well in an overall capacity.
Yeah. So what message will you be given to the women which are not aware about their surroundings and environment? Like there are no facilities enough, like there are no internet in the urban and rural areas. There like spaces there are. So what message will you like to give them?
I think most important thing is, rather than expecting from others to know your worth, first of all, you should know your worth on your own self.
Yeah.
You should know what your
taste
worth
everything
is. Yes. Because I always say that we expect others to love us, but first we need to love ourselves.
Yeah.
So
That's
if
a
we
great saying.
so if we love ourselves and if we know our worth, others will automatically see that.
Yeah.
Follow your passion, set some goals, and yes, keep realistic goals. And we all know that these challenges are there. These challenges will be there. So have some optimistic approach and surround yourself with positivity, with positive people, with good mentorship, and try to develop leadership qualities. Not I'm saying bossy. There is difference between being bossy and there is difference between
Leader,
being a
yeah.
leader. So develop leadership qualities, support each other. Um, yes, another thing, we always blame men for this, but I think we more need support from our fellow females. We need support systems, we need support groups, like professionals like myself and people who are in my surroundings. I think we all need to contribute in terms of providing some awareness programs, paying visit to some underprivileged areas, some colleges and schools, and telling them that what they can do, what opportunities are there out in the world. Because as you said, that there is no much awareness.
Yeah.
Even I see sometimes for the male society as well, that people coming from the underprivileged areas, they are not very much aware of that, what career they should choose, where they should go. Same like if there are small female owned businesses, they don't know how to promote it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to. Here I think we as female who are in the professional life can also play a very important role.
All right. So talking about the pandemic, what do you think that during the pandemic everyone was at home?
Yeah.
So what do you think that the family reaction will be like? They are now actually seeing a woman working at home. So what pressure is there? Will you feel any pressure?
Slightly, yes.
Slightly, yes.
Yes,
So it will affect
because
you.
yes, I also moved to home in pandemic because everything was closed. So when a male person is working and when a female person is working, our certain perception is that if a male is working, his work is very important, and when a female is working, she needs to do some other chores and her work can wait. So I think we need to give an equal weightage that if both of them are working from home, their work is equally important. But on the other side, if you ask me about how a pandemic affected job opportunities, I think it has positively affected female-owned businesses. Now if a man, he has lost his job and he's sitting at home, and the female is coming up with an idea that okay, I'm not going out, I can use social media. So I think this is one positive thing that I feel. So obviously there are always two sides of the story. So there are challenges and as well as opportunities. So I think challenges in terms of that you don't see female work as work, but opportunities in terms of that I have seen a lot of women doing home-based businesses.
Okay, so how do you imagine the future of family support system in Pakistan? Like,
It's work in progress.
it's working for you.
Yes, it's work in progress.
So do you think social media plays a very big role in it?
Yes, it does. It
does.
does. Actually, I always differentiate between education and training. We all do have very good education,
Yeah.
but what part we are lacking is training.
The practicing, yeah.
Awareness, training, advocating rights. We talk out all loud about everything, but still, I think there is an opportunity where we can make things better. We can tell people, we need to change our perceptions. So as I said that a lot of things have been changed in the metropolitan cities, but still there is a lot to change in the underdeveloped areas. So still, as I say, it's still work in progress.
Oh, okay. So have you observed any societal attitudes changing? Like,
Yes.
So
A lot of changes, like okay, let me phrase it like that let's say divorce rate. If a normal girl got divorced due to any domestic reasons, there will be no blame game going on.
Yeah.
But if a a female who is doing a job, she got a divorce or separation, it will become like a huge mess, and everything will be put on that she's doing job, she is vocal about it, and she thinks like she don't need somebody to support her. So that's why all this is happening. So this is just one example that I am giving you. So again, society thinks that the female who are working, they are opinionistic, they are very vocal, they are overconfident, because obviously when we are working, when we are earning, we don't shy away from sharing our experiences and our opinions, our voices. So still society is adjusting to that to listen to women's voices and to their opinions. And sometimes it happens that just out of ego you don't listen to it, and later on you deep down know that whatever she is saying is right. So these are certain stigmas that are attached. Even again, if you go into after a certain age, if you are working women, society seems it odd you finding some good proposals, and that these things are still there. Yes, we have changed, but these things are still there.
Okay, so it was a very informative interview. So I would like to conclude it, but in the last, I would like to ask for your advice. What advice will you give to the young women, like who wants to pursue their careers and who are like facing problems from their family sides and family supports?
I think you need to find out different ways of first try to educate yourself. Whatever phone you are using, keep yourself updated. Try to talk to your family. Try to bring them into some common ground, because this is what we don't do. We are very emotional. We just like expect from others, and we don't talk with our families. We don't sit down and we won't tell them that this is what is going on, and this can be a way out. So don't stop yourself. Seek different ways of doing things and getting yourself educated. Keep your doors open for different opportunities. It doesn't mean that if you have attained a certain level of education, like let's say if I have done a PhD and I have been given an opportunity to a business, and I'll say, oh no, I have done a PhD, so I'm not going to do a business. So no, it's not like that. So keep yourself open for different pathways to the professional life and follow your passion. Self-care is very important. Give yourself time to even heal and support. And even I ask a lot of mothers and sisters that if you haven't reached to that point, help your daughter or your sister to reach to that point. If they are not in a position to make the male family parts understand that what is going on, you can support her, because that support should come from the family. So I think it's everything is interconnected. So if you are facing problems, so be the brave one.
So it's like start small. It's like start small.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. It was a very informative interview. Our message has been delivered to our listeners. Let's just hope that they get benefit from this interview.
Most welcome. Thank you for just letting me in and just let me share my views. Thank you.